NBC 15 weather with Chief Meteorologist Alan Sealls, certified most accurate forecast by Weather Rate.
Make sure you're staying updated to changes in the projections for Hurricane Ida. It will reach Louisiana likely on Sunday as a major hurricane. That means Category 3 or higher. From where we are in the NBC 15 area, right now our impacts look to be moderate, more so near the coast and more so toward Mississippi. And those impacts include the threat of high wind, storm surge, flooding, and possibly tornadoes. Now that all kicks in Sunday night into Monday. You do need to keep up day by day. Look at the satellite and look at the wind arrows. You can make out where the center of the circulation is, sitting right over the western tip of Cuba. And when you talk about the wind, it's the wind that controls the system and pushes it around. 3 miles up in the air, you still see that circulation, but once you're about 6 miles up, you actually see the steering wind. So keep in mind, multiple levels of wind, and you take all those levels, you try to feed them into a computer to project where it's going to go, and that's about as easy as it is. As hard as it looks, you just don't know, which all depends on how strong the storm is. Right now, 80-mile-an-hour winds, gusting to 100. It's steadily moving northwestward at 15 miles an hour, and just like the last 2 days, all computer projections are pointing toward Louisiana. The odds of them being wrong, very low. It's not impossible that it won't shift, but the shift is not likely to be dramatic. That forecast track also includes an increase in wind by Saturday afternoon, 120 miles an hour. By Sunday afternoon, winds projected now at 140 miles an hour, with that center somewhere within that cone for central or southeastern Louisiana. We are to the right of the cone, to the east of the path, but if this storm takes a path along the right side of that cone, we're still in a very vulnerable position. And just keep in mind, 140-mile-an-hour wind, if it makes landfall close to the southeastern part of the state, that could rival Katrina. Katrina came in with high winds. This is the wind scale, the Saffir-Simpson scale. We call it category, but it's only for the wind. The wind alone does not tell you the whole picture, so don't focus so much on what category it is. Look at some of these other numbers. Last year, Sally was a big problem for the Gulf Coast. It made landfall with 105-mile-an-hour winds, but it was so devastating because it was moving at 3 miles an hour. And look at the radius of Sally, about 40 miles for the hurricane force winds. Now that's the radius, not the diameter. Look at Ivan, a stronger storm. The radius was 105 miles. And look at Katrina, definitely a stronger storm, 145-mile-an-hour wind at landfall. The radius was 125. So if you're only looking at one of these numbers, you're not getting the full picture. You have to look at the big picture. The big picture is this is 2 days away. The forecast cannot be accurate to a county or a parish. You have to leave some margin of error, and that error also includes winds that potentially could be 10, 15 miles an hour higher, which means it could be a Cat 5, or lower, meaning it could be a Cat 3 or a Cat 2. But plan right now for that worst case scenario. Take a typical hurricane making landfall on the Gulf Coast. The strongest winds would be in the eye wall, right around the eye, and then you have the radius of the hurricane force winds. But until it gets close to the coast, one of the worst parts, which you never know, is those feeder bands, the bands of rain that feed into the middle. They bring the high wind, they bring increased storm surge, and of course they bring increased rain and the tornado threat. So that's something we will not know until Sunday. Here's a computer projection. Now this is for wind. Where you see red, that's tropical storm force into Sunday morning. Most of the tropical storm force winds are in the Gulf, but towards Sunday evening, tropical storm force and then hurricane force winds near the center. And remember, that radius I just mentioned, it may not be exactly there. It could be more to the east, and we could see more of an impact here. Here's the outline of warnings. Hurricane warning, all of southeastern Louisiana and south central Louisiana. Tropical storm warning for coastal Mississippi. That is just for the wind. And what that means is, for example, in Jackson County, Mississippi, you've got to plan for winds that could be between 39 and 74 miles an hour. Not that everyone will get it, but you have to plan for it. Mobile, Baldwin counties, we have a tropical storm watch, which means it's possible. Doesn't mean it's certain, but it is certainly more likely closer to the coastline and even into George County, Mississippi. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, a storm surge warning. Storm surge 4 to 7 feet above the typical high tide. It's a storm surge watch for Mobile and Baldwin counties with water levels 3 to 5 feet above high tide, typical. Across the Florida Panhandle, 1 to 3 feet. Now, you know we have an east wind right now. It's not directly related to Ida, but that east wind does push water up into low-lying spots on Dauphin Island, into Dog River and Fowl River. To the west of us, southeastern Louisiana, maybe 11 feet of storm surge, maybe 20 inches of rain. And notice those rain amounts, they taper as you are farther northeast away from the main area, but still Jackson County, Southern Mobile, Baldwin counties, you could see 6 to 10 inches of rain in the next 5 days. Most of that from Ida over several days. The Highway 98 corridor, Mobile, Baldwin counties, 4 to 8 inches of rain, and then 3 to 5 inches as you move more to the north of that. Your overall wind, this is 1 a.m. Sunday. After sunrise Sunday, that's when we start to see those winds, especially at the coast, going to near tropical storm force. Now that's the steady wind, not the wind gusts. So easily we could see winds much more than that at the coastline. Stay updated to changes in this forecast. Here's your 7-day tracker. Tomorrow you still have a day to prepare. Not too wet, not too windy, but Sunday and Monday is when we'll know for certain where this system ends up.